Hello and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, here with your readings for September the 16th through September the 22nd. And we have a very interesting celestial sky with 3 significant events, and I'll get into that later on the astrology section of your reading. Thank you guys. I had so many new subscribers last week. I'm so excited. Thank you. I really appreciate you all. If you're returning, thank you for your loyalty and your support. I really appreciate that. And if you're new, I hope you enjoy these readings and you'll come back. Now, these are general readings for the collective, guys. So, take what resonates and leave the rest. And don't forget, these are for your sun, moon, and rising. So check out the other videos because maybe your rising sign might make more sense to you. If you would like a more personal, tailored reading, click on this link or go to the Show More section below in the description box. If you're looking at this on a phone, it's a little arrow pointing downwards. If you press that, you can see all the information. All the links to the other videos will be below. The links to my Facebook group will be below. You should join that. Every 2 weeks I do a live feed in Facebook, and we look, it's fun, we look at how the it's either the new moon or the full moon is affecting you personally. Which area of your chart does it affect you? So join my Facebook group. The link is below. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And please don't forget to like, comment. I answer every comment. And subscribe if you haven't already. And share. My short-term goal is get to 10K subscribers. That would be amazing. So, I want to quickly say these readings come in 3 sections. The intro, which is this part, the astrological report, which is next, and then the tarot report, the tarot reading, sorry. And there are skip times to each section so that you can, if you're checking out some moon rising, you can go straight to the video if you want, so you don't have to watch the astrological or the intro again. And another way, guys, to support this channel is through Patreon. I want to thank my patrons. Thank you so much. The link to that will be below. And without further ado, let's go to the astrology section, shall we? Hello and welcome to the astrology section of your reading, and we have 3 significant events happening this week, and we have some minor events that I'm not going to go into, but the big news is that Saturn stations direct. It has been retrograde since April, so we are going to feel a shift forward. We're going to be able to see our path forward and a practical way of getting there. Now, Saturn is the Lord of time. He rules time. So we need to bring in patience because things that our goals take time. To get to where we want to go takes time and effort. So we need to allow that time and honor that time to get there. We have had time to prepare things in Virgo, and now it's time for us to propel forward. Now, Saturn is also the planet of lessons. So we need to remember, we need to look at what we've done in the past and learn from it, not repeat mistakes. We will, Saturn a lot of people freak out about Saturn and say, oh no, Saturn. But Saturn actually steers us in the right direction. So what we sometimes consider blocks and things that are stopping us from going forward, this is Saturn saying, no, don't go there. Turn around and go in this direction. It's going to serve you better. So it's about slowing down, right? But it's also about putting the effort and the work into it, because we can't get to where we're going without hard work. And Saturn is about, getting your elbow grease in there, rolling up your sleeves and doing the work to get to where you want to go. And it's in Capricorn, in its home sign of Capricorn. So this is the earth sign. It's manifesting, right? It's going to help us. It's going to put rules and structure in place so that we can get to our goals. This is about limiting, it's about economizing, if you will. So we really have to look and kind of trim the fat. What is not working for us? This, Saturn's about purging, getting rid of what's not working for us anymore, having the courage to let that go. When we let that go, we will go forward faster. Maybe not as fast as we want to. So we really do have to practice patience during this time and honor the sense of time. So this really is about putting effort into it. But this wonderful grounding energy and this direction of going forward is going to, and I also want to mention that Pluto, which has been traveling along with Saturn through the sign of Capricorn, is also slowing down and getting ready to go direct, which will happen at the end of the month or the beginning of next month. That's a whole other story, so I'll go into that later. But we're feeling the effects of that change, transformation, and Saturn is, organizing things for us to go forward and to reach our goals. And we'll be able to see where we're going. Finally, we can see ahead and in practical terms. But we have to put the work in, as I said before. Now, that happens on Wednesday the 18th. Excuse me. And on the, let me just look, on the 21st, we have Jupiter in a challenging aspect, what we call a square in astrology, to Neptune. Now, Jupiter is the planet of abundance, more, expansion, spirituality, adventure. And I'm just looking here at the chart. And Neptune is dreamy, it's visionary, it is spiritual, it is a connection with the ethereal realm and creative, right? So this contentious aspect between the two, between Jupiter and Neptune, well, on the negative side of each planet, right? Jupiter can be addiction. It can be bigger, better, more of something that doesn't work for us. It can be overindulgence, overdoing lots of things. And Neptune is the planet of illusion, right? And on the negative side, delusion, also addiction, and not seeing things in the light, overdoing something, being overly optimistic. Jupiter is optimism too. It's being very optimistic. So Neptune can accentuate that and not see things in realistic terms. Now, going back to Saturn, Saturn's very realistic, so it could help with balancing that out. But we really need to remember that in our psyche. We need to remember that we can go off on tangents. We can be distracted by Neptune. Neptune can be a distraction. I can sit here and I'm planning my day, and before I know it, it's 2 hours later and I haven't got up and done anything because I've been in my head, on this dream with Neptune. So sometimes when this happens, I put alarms on my phone. I have to do this, and I give myself a 2-hour notice of what I have to do. And then when the alarm goes off, I have to go, oh gosh, yeah, I've got to get up and do that. So sometimes we have to do that to bring us back in. But if we have that awareness in our psyche that we can be distracted and we can go off, and we have to kind of ask our question, ask a question of ourselves. Okay, is this realistic? Because we have unrealistic expectations sometimes with Neptune, and especially with Neptune and Jupiter in this contentious kind of relationship. So it's something to be aware of. But on the other hand, you can really tap into creativity. You can, if you're a writer, if you're in the visual arts, whatever it is, or just to be creative, it's amazing for, optimistic, visionary goals to make those, and to do, write a novel, something fantastical and mystical. So it's really brilliant to tap into that energy, that source of energy while this is happening. Now, the next thing that is happening is, really it's not this week because this reading goes to the 22nd, but I'd be remiss not to mention that on Monday, the 23rd, the sun moves into Libra. It is the autumn equinox. So this is a huge shift in energy, and the sun is joining Mercury and Venus in Libra. So this, I'll talk about that next week, but I wanted you to know that. So also, happy birthday, Libra. Happy birthday. So we will discuss and talk about what's going on with that next week, because there are some other things going on. So yes, I want to also mention, where is it? I want to also mention at the same time, which I didn't mention as we were talking about it, at the same time that Saturn moves direct, it is in this beautiful trine with the moon in Taurus. Now, the moon in Taurus is in exaltation. It's it's expressing itself how it needs to express itself. It is creating security and helping Saturn. Saturn will help you see your way forward for security. It is a beautiful alignment between the moon and Saturn, so you can actually plan out and see what you need and what you want, and what will make you feel secure. And it's also a very nurturing energy. So it's really interesting that we have. I also want to mention, before we go any further, that the Jupiter squaring Neptune can also bring in some fear of the future. And it can be unrealistic. It feels very real. So you can feel some anxiety. It's really important to meditate during this time. And also, and to remember that things aren't necessarily realistic. So it is about taking care of responsibilities, because Saturn's going to make sure that you take care of your responsibilities. It's going to be in our faces. We will need to take care of things that we've perhaps been putting on the back burner. But also is things that we need to take care of. So Saturn is showing us the way forward. And sometimes, especially with the Neptune and Jupiter connection, we will feel a little fearful and perhaps apprehensive about those responsibilities. But if we just get down and just do a little bit at a time and just take care of them, things will come out of this on top, having taken care of our responsibilities, having lived up to our responsibilities. And that's us showing up for our lives. Okay, everyone. I wish you a wonderful, abundant week. And without further ado, let's go to your tarot card reading, shall we? Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to the tarot card section of your reading for September the 16th through September the 22nd. And I've already shuffled this numerous times off camera. One last time for you. So this is for Sagittarius. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Sagittarius for this coming week? Okay, 3 cards. Oh, there's one. 2 more cards. There's another. 1 more card for... There it is. Okay. Oh, interesting. And then we have clarifying cards for those 3 cards. These are clarifying cards for Sagittarius. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Sagittarius through these clarifying cards? Please clarify. Okay, I'm going to go with the one that went up. Well, this is interesting. It has come in for a lot of people. I'm not surprised this week too. And please clarify. Oh, 2. Interesting. There we go. And please clarify. Okay, lovely. All right, let's look at your cards, shall we? Okay, the first card out is the 7 of Wands. Clarifying the 7 of Wands is the 2 of Pentacles. Then you have the King of Swords, clarified by the 10 of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Then you have the 7 of Cups, clarified by the Magician. Okay, so the first card out for you is the 7 of Wands, and this is about standing your ground. It's about standing up for what you know is right. It's about what, it's your values, your core values. Don't be persuaded by the group to do something that doesn't quite sit right with you. There's a choice here that you can make. And it's coming from a higher perspective. It's like telling people, it's hearing them and saying, oh, I hear what you're saying, but I think this because of this, this, and this. And saying it not in a dogmatic way, not in, don't put emotions behind it. Be logical when you're telling people. Be Libra, right? Be balanced, be logical. And, but stand your ground. Don't be swayed. Don't be persuaded by others to go against your values. It's very important for that. And then you have the 2 of Pentacles. And this is about, this has come up for quite a few people, and it doesn't surprise me because Neptune is at play, right? So this is about being in the moment. It's about being a multitasker. There's a lot going on. So you really have to, you're going to be pulled in all directions, but you must be laser focused. What's going on at the time? Don't allow yourself to get distracted. When you're a multitasker, he's juggling, right? If he takes his eye off the ball, everything can fall apart. So it's important for you to be on point and in the moment. Now, the next card is the King of Swords. I really feel that there's perhaps some litigation coming down for you, maybe. Perhaps there's something that's being, some arbitrators, somebody's making a decision that can affect the trajectory of your life. He is like the Justice card. He's like Libra, right? There's logic. There's a logic here. He's also, he has no area in passing judgment. And he's like the Justice card. He can pass judgment on you if you're, I am definitely getting this as karma. So do everything by the book. Don't take any shortcuts this week. Be squeaky clean. He's very intelligent. He's very logical, and he will make a balanced decision, but he will make a judgment. He'll put the gavel down with no problem. Now, clarifying this is the 10 of Wands. So you're being asked to delegate and not take on so much. This is about baggage. Perhaps you're saying that you're going to do something and you can't possibly do it. It's not within your realm of being capable of doing what you've said you're going to do. And even though you mean well and you've meant to step up to the plate, this is, you can't. So you're being asked to really trim the fat, purge, let go. This is very Saturnian. He's very Saturnian. Things are you're going to have to put some work in, definitely. And it's going to feel very emotional. You may feel quite overwhelmed this week, Sagittarius. You may get that feeling of being overwhelmed, like too many responsibilities that you feel like you're drowning and you can't cope. But you're never given more than what you can handle, right? That's what they say. It's easy to say for somebody else, but look, try not to get so emotionally enmeshed in this, and try to be more logical and more kind of balanced when you come into the situation. It's very important for you to kind of hold it together emotionally, because you will, look, we all have moments of this. This is very Jupiter and Neptune, where we can make things bigger than what they are, where we can overreact, where we can, just kind of fall apart emotionally for a bit. We're in fear, we're in pain. But, talk to a friend, call someone up, let someone talk you off that ledge. Because we'll all get those moments. It's normal. I say, look down the rabbit hole, but don't fall down. Reach for a better feeling thought. Don't take this baggage with you. I feel like it's emotional baggage, actually. That's what I'm getting. And you have the 7 of Cups. Now, 7, it's 2 sevens you've got. 7s are introspective. It's about going within. It's about connecting with spirit. That's what's going to ease the angst and the fear that you may be feeling on and off this week, that most of us will feel, actually. So this is about going inside, and you've got to make a decision. There's a decision that you need to make, and you're finding it very difficult, and you don't know which direction to go in, and that's what's causing you angst, right? But what you have to understand is that you are the author of your life. You have the magician clarifying this. You can create. When the magician comes in, it's saying you have everything you require to create the life that you desire. You are going to be okay, but you have to take control. You've got to get off the pot and get working. You've got to make whatever you want to happen, you've got to make it happen. That's what we all have to do this week. And going forward, we've got to make our goals a reality. We've got to get the elbow grease in there. We've got to get up, we've got to work, and we've got to get things together. Put the emotions down. Temper those emotions. This is a week of self-control and self-discipline, and you're really going to have to kind of bring that in for yourself this week. As difficult as it is, it will be extremely rewarding when you do so. It's easy for us sometimes to sit in our emotions. I did that last night. Instead of doing these readings, I kind of sat in my emotions, and, and then I lost a whole day. I couldn't do it. I just didn't have it in me, But this is about fighting against that. It's about self-control. So I didn't feel like it today, but I got up and I did it. It's like, get it together, Mary. Get up and do it. And that's what we have to do. We have to pep talk ourselves into taking action and getting things done. Sagittarius, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it with friends, family, neighbors, co-workers, and social media. Help me get this channel up to 10,000 subscribers. I'm so excited. And comment. I read and I respond to every comment. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.